Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, the best place to be wherever you are on your wealth journey right now. Today I want to talk about savings and investment ideas for babies and children. Now at the time of writing this video I am currently 9 months pregnant and our little girl is due on the 7th of May. Although by the time this video comes out she may well be a few weeks old already. Now I'm not 100% sure about this yet because she's our first one, but I have been reliably informed by plenty of friends and family that apparently once you have a baby people like to give them money to start out. It's usually grandparents, aunts and uncles and even very generous friends. Now even if you don't have any of those, it may be that you yourself have started thinking already about saving or investing for your little one's future. The problem is there are so many different ways to go about it. So I've done a bit of research and I've picked 5 different ways to save or invest for your child that you might be interested in. And my plan is that once our baby arrives, I'm going to pick a few of these and invest in them, and then I can keep you updated as to what's actually happening. So let's have a look at some different things we can do. Number 1, you could open a regular savings account. Regular savings accounts for children offer quite high interest rates compared with adult savings accounts. Ones I've looked at today are around the 3 to 3.5% per year mark. They're very handy because you can save small amounts regularly, usually between £5 and £100 per month, so they don't break the bank and they do help towards your child's future. With most regular savings accounts you can also open them from the day that your child is born. The downside to the regular saver is that you have limited or potentially even no access to the funds. Alternatively, with some accounts you can withdraw money, but the interest rate goes right down if you do. And with other accounts, you can't even access the money until your child reaches a certain age. If you think that you or your child might need access to the money sooner, option number 2 would be to go for an easy access account. As the name suggests, you can get access to the money right away, although with an easy access children's account, the interest rate might be slightly lower than the regular saver. You want to watch out for terms and conditions on the easy access saver because not all bank accounts with easy access will allow you to open the account for a newborn baby. Some will want your child to be a bit older. Opening these types of account from ages 7 and 11 are quite normal, although there are 1 or 2 banks that will allow you to open an easy access account for your newborn. These easy access accounts are also very handy if you don't want to deposit money every single month. You can open most accounts with as little as £1 and then deposit the money whenever you like. So if your little one gets birthday money or Christmas money, it can just be deposited when it's received. Number 3, you could open a junior ISA for your little one. Now you may remember a couple of months ago I did a video on exactly what an ISA is, which I shall pop up here for you if you want to know a bit more about it. But it's basically a tax-free wrapper into which you save. So as the investment grows within the wrapper, there is no tax to pay on that. As with a standard ISA, junior ISAs can be held as either a cash ISA or as a stocks and shares ISA. There is a maximum ISA allowance that changes every April. So for this next tax year, 2021 to 22, you can invest a maximum of £9,000 into a junior ISA for your child. Junior ISAs are good because you can take them out for your newborn and obviously there's the whole tax-free thing. However, your child then can't access the money at all until they reach 18 years old. So from their 18th birthday basically. So you are looking at a very long-term savings plan for your child if you invest in a junior ISA for them. If you do make regular annual deposits, it can be very, very helpful for them once they reach 18 because usually the money will be used for things like funding university, maybe buying a house, getting married, all the kind of normal life things that they might like to do when they reach adulthood. And hopefully by this point you'll have taught them how to use money wisely. Now the 3 savings vehicles that we've just talked about, the regular saver, the easy access and the junior ISA, are all bank savings and investments, which means they're protected by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. The scheme protects the first £85,000 of your savings with any one bank, so at least that should give you peace of mind that if there's a financial crash, your money will be protected. Another thing to note about children's bank savings and investments is that most banks will only let parents pay into it. They won't necessarily let grandparents and other people pay into that particular bank account. I'm guessing this is a money laundering thing, I'm not entirely sure, but that is the case with a lot of banks. So just double check when you take out the account for your child who can actually have access to it and pay into that bank account. Now I know you're all going to ask me which accounts are the best, and I would say that if you're in the UK, go across to the Martin Lewis Money Saving Expert website because that is updated regularly with all the top accounts for adults and children. And I'll put a link in the video description just underneath here. Okay, so those are our first three. Let's move on then, because there are also some things you can do outside of bank savings. For example, number 4 is that you can invest in some National Savings and Investments premium bonds for your child. Now, premium bonds are a firm favourite of grandparents all over the country because they can buy bonds on your child's behalf. The way it works is that each premium bond is worth £1. You can buy them as a one-off for a minimum of £25 for 25 bonds, up to a maximum of £50,000 for 50,000 bonds. Once you've bought your bonds, every month, every pound bond that you own is entered into a prize draw, a little bit like the National Lottery. Prizes each month start at £25, but 2 lucky winners every single month win £1 million. The best part is that anything you do win is tax-free, even if you win the whole £1 million. When your child reaches 16 years old, the premium bonds can then be assigned over to them. A couple of downsides to the premium bonds are obviously that winnings are not guaranteed, and according to the NS&I website, you have a 1 in 34,500 chance of winning for every £1 bond that you hold. Premium bonds also don't earn you any interest, so you buy them and you sell them at the exact same price. So worst case scenario, you sell them a few years later for the same price that you bought them for, which may be worth less in real terms depending on what inflation is doing. On the upside, the NS&I is owned by the government, so any bonds that you buy are protected and safe. Plus, premium bonds can be really good fun because just like the National Lottery, as your child gets older, they can check all their numbers every single month and see if they've won. Where can you get premium bonds from? Well, I would say definitely buy them directly from the NS&I website, and again I'll pop a link in the description just underneath this video for that. Okay, moving on to number 5 then. You could, if you wanted to, go for some very unconventional investment methods. So for example, you could, if you wanted to, hold stocks, shares or other types of investment for your child under what we call a bare trust, and that's B-A-R-E, not B-E-A-R. That way there would be no maximum investment, the sky would be the limit, and the interest you would receive would normally be higher than normal bank savings. The downside would be that your investments are probably not going to be covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme, and of course investments such as these can go down as well as up. You'd probably also want to consider fees payable to investment platforms for setting up investments like these as well. One other slightly unconventional thing I found while I was researching this video is investing in digital precious metals for your child. Now, as you know from this video just up here, I'm quite a big fan of buying gold and silver, particularly coins, but the Royal Mint have a way that you can buy gold and silver and other precious metals digitally for your child. It's called Little Treasures, and again I'll put a link in the description underneath so that you can have a look at it. This account does have annual storage fees. There's also a minimum of £25 required to open an account, but there's no VAT when you buy gold, and you can also convert your digital gold to cash or physical gold at any time. Now, gold historically has also been particularly stable in times of economic uncertainty or instability, which is what makes it a particularly attractive investment. So those are 5 ways to save and invest for your little ones. I am looking forward to exploring these a little bit further, and I'm sure I'll do some more videos along a similar theme. Do let me know in the comments what you've been doing for your children if you've already started saving for them, or which one of these floats your boat if you haven't yet. So I do hope you found this video helpful, guys. Do give me a thumbs up underneath the video if you have, and don't forget as well to watch these 2 videos coming up next, because hopefully they will help with your wealth journey. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet, and thanks ever so much for watching this week, guys. Do stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.